Hello, this is Mike from TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Jayco Alante 27A motorhome. I'm going to walk you around and show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A few things to take into consideration when you're parking on your campsite. You need plenty of room for that awning. On your off campsite, besides your slides, I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Behind your rear tire on your driver's side, all the way at the rear is going to be where your power and docking stations are both going to be. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive, first thing we're going to do is level our unit. Going up into the unit. Step all the way over to your driver's seat. Most of these, I'm going to check this one. No, this one you don't. Most of you need the key turned on in order to run these down. So I've turned that on. I got the power on. I'm just going to touch auto level. It's telling me to engage my parking brake. Put my parking brake in. Now I can hit auto level. So what this is going to do is going to start to bring you down your auto leveling jacks. I recommend stabilizing jack pads. Be out there, you know where they come down at on a regular basis. Get out there and get jack pads down underneath them. This can protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt, debris, and hot blacktop in the summer. They're just a good investment. Use 10% off coupon. Get a few of them down. Let's see where we're running at. Running auto leveling down the back right now. So once you got your unit level, we're down in the front. Once we got our unit level and stable, we can go ahead and hook up our power and water. Big long 30 amp cord plugs in here on the side, right on the side there. Now at the end of that 30 amp, should you need to plug into a 110, there's a 30 to 15 amp reducer that comes with your convenience pack you can put on the end of that. Good. Stabilizing jacks down. Get the power hooked up. Let's hook up your water. Up here's where you can turn on the docking light. Now here's our instructions. At campsites, we're going to hook up to city water. First and foremost, a water pressure regulator. These water pressure regulators are going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Always use these because you don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites. Over here to where it says city water, hook that up, hook up your hose. Make sure that all of your knobs here are looking like this. Blue to the left, red up, green, and white down. We match city water. Now we're going to find our hot water heater real quick. Yours is over here on the campsite. We're just making sure that our water pressure relief is not pulled, that's down, so that that's not going to pour out of there. We're turned on here. We'll also turn that on to temperature inside. But now we've got that all set, we can go ahead and turn that hose on, and you're all set to set up city water. What you're going to do next is we're going to go up inside the unit. We're going to open up the slides. The reason I want you to open up your slides, I want you to get in there, get your bathroom, get your sinks, and get a nice steady flow of water going through those. Get all the air out of the lines. Get a nice steady flow of water, shut them off, and then you're all set to camp. Now, I'm not going to open them slides because I want to be able to walk around the outside and show you a few more things. But now let's say we're going to go camping and we're not going to be at a campsite, we're going to go dry camping. In that case, we have a two-step process. We start by turning this to power tank fill. Turn all these accordingly. It looks like really just to turn that blue one down from here. So get the power tank fill. Fill it up in the same spot right here. But on the inside where you check the levels of your black and gray tanks, there's also a freshwater button. Keep an eye on that while you're filling it. Once it shows it's full, come out here, remove that hose, switch this from power tank fill to dry camping. It should be just like so. Now you're all set up to dry camp. Now when you want to utilize that fresh water, you'll turn on your water pump. You can turn it on here or indoors, just wherever you turn it on, turn it off at the same spot. There's also a way to set this up to winterize and to sanitize. There's your instructions for that. We'll go ahead and walk you around the rest of the unit. You're all set up for power and water. Let me show you a few more things out here. You've got your cable and satellite hookups, city water, tank flush. We'll talk about that when we dump our black and gray tanks. A outdoor shower port spray. We've got our low point drains. There's where a water filter will go in, and there's your handle and the filter to put in there. There's an access panel so you can run all those hoses down through that and close this panel here. Here's where you fuel up. There is our black and gray tanks I was talking about. Got your Cummins own generator. We'll start that up from inside here. More storage here. Up here you've got your access to your batteries. You can lift this up and pull this out to get to your batteries. Your hydraulics for your leveling and your propane. That's where you fill that at. More storage here. Coming around to the campsite, got a little more storage up here. Almost all of these are storage over here. We've got an outdoor entertainment center. Remotes here. Turn your TV on. I'll tell you the same thing on your TV indoors. You're going to go into your menu when you arrive at the campsites. Go over to your digital channel scan. Run a digital channel scan for your local channels to be able to pick up your TV channels. Over left, your sound system. Just have to switch it down here. Nice sound system here. I got my peaches out in Georgia. Oh yeah. I get my from California. Storage. Access panels to the back of your fridge. Again, your hot water heater. Let's say fluid for your furnace. A few things on that. One, make sure it's never blocked. Two, if you are running your furnace, steer clear of that. It does get hot. Both of these are going to be storage as well. Then you got a ladder. Utilize it. Go up there a few times a year. Check the seams of your roof and caulk as needed with recommended RV roofing caulk. You got accessory hitch. All the info for that is right by it. All your limits. Well, it covers everything out here. Let's go take a look on the inside. Coming up in your unit, first thing I'd like to point out is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows the fire extinguisher is located by the entry doorway in case of an emergency. To your left as you come in, on the bottom is your main power for the coach. Up here is going to be your solar controller. I'll send you information on that from Gulf Power. This just keeps your solar panels from overcharging your batteries. On your awning, you only want to run that awning out until you can see that flap fall down to 90 degrees so you can see that bar. If you hold that extend button out, that will run itself out past that point and start to run itself up backwards onto itself. So keep an eye on it when you run it out. Don't run it out further than you need to. As that's coming in, I'll show you. Got tons of lights here. Our power step, internal lighting, accent lighting. And as the awning comes in, I tell you the slam locks work best when gently slammed. Alright, now we're going to head on back here to our control panel. Slide 1, extend. Make sure that your seat is all the way forward. Slide 2, extend. They'll send their bed out. Alright, now that that's out, I'll continue on this control panel here. So up here is where we're going to start our generator at. Hold start down. I'm just going to prime it for a second. I'm going to hit start again. And she starts right up. We'll walk you out and show you that running real quick. Be patient, wait for these steps. Show you. Turn these. Talk over the loud generator, but you can also turn it on and off out here. If you do it out here, you're going to hold this down until it primes and then start it on your right. Back on here, and make sure you secure this good. You don't want that popping off during travel. Get back inside. Back to our control panel. So there's the slide controls. Tank heaters. These would turn on 12-volt pads that are on your tanks to keep them from freezing in inclement weather. It's about to turn on that water pump. Show that on here. Water heater. Gas. Battery. Fresh black and gray tanks. That fresh one's the one I said to hold down when you're filling up that fresh potable water. Control system, that just shows what you're on. Right now we're on 30 amp plug. Down here, pick up your air real quick. Here that go. Now shut your air off. Shuts right off. Turn your heat on. Shut your heat off. You'll notice that it takes a few minutes for the fan to cycle through on the heat before it physically shuts off. Down below that is going to be your inverter. If you want to turn on your inverter, if you're out boondocking. All the way down here is going to be your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. That is always running off your battery, so keep an eye on that. All right, in the kitchen, we will go with the microwave, showing that working. Where's off? Surface light, fan high and low. There's my clear. Cooktop, this glass top makes an excellent backsplash. Turn on your panel light, turn this to light, hit your gas, and when your gas is turned on, these will all light up. Right now they're all shut off. Same thing on your oven. Rock this panel light down, becomes an oven light. Turn this to light. Light it with this spark. Look down in there, make sure your pilot light is lit, and then just turn it to the desired temperature. An extension on your prep area here. Call this a pop-up power port. Store that away. Bring your television up. Notice you do have buckles on both these seats for your passengers. Charging port 110. So your TV gets up. More buckles in your seating here. North cold fridge. Turn that on. Right now we're on auto and plugged in. Auto means when you're plugged in, you run off electricity. As soon as you unplug, it'll be gas. Or you can change this mode to just electricity, just gas, or auto. 1 through 5, 5 being the coldest over here for your temperatures. Come back into our bathroom. Lighting is going to be to my left. A little plumbing to maintain in there. Keep an eye on that. Make sure nothing's wiggled loose over time. It's almost all PEX nowadays. But remember, you are bouncing a house down the road, so keep an eye on things. You have a power vent up here. And here's where you'll turn on your hot water heater to change the temperature. Have to have some water in there before you do that. Lighting for our bedroom. Separate thermostat for this AC back here. Another television here. And of course your bedding. You just fold your mattress down. Next to your bed, you got 110 on the sides. A little bit of storage up underneath here. Coming up front here, this will lift down, up and fold down. I find it easier to remove these cushions while you're folding this down. Once that's set down, you can put your cushions on top and it'll give you another sleeping quarters. Your little table here, you got 3 areas here that line up with those. You get them in there and turn them to the right. That locks that right in there for you. Put your tabletop on top of that. General basic Ford knowledge up here. Not much more to talk about there. Our bunk area. 2 things on this: must be turned on and unbuckled in order to come down. Down kind of quick. And there's your bedding. Again, that buckle is a safety precaution. There's a smoke alarm here. Make sure you lock that buckle in. I want to show you that with this buckle in, even with that turned on, I cannot bring this bed down. There's your lighting for up there. Make sure you shut that off. Well, that about covers everything in here. Let's act like we're getting ready to leave the campsite and close the unit up. So I like to walk through the unit and say doors and drawers. Make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede our slides from coming in. Glass tops down. Bedroom vents are closed. This door you want secured open for travel with this bungee. Have that on there to keep that from bouncing around while you're moving. And just start bringing them in. Slide 2 we'll bring in first. And bring our bunk. Our bed, excuse me. Slide 1. Now extend, retract. Move out of the way. Let's watch that coming in. Now one more thing we want to make sure we do, and that's bring this TV down. You don't want to travel with that up. I'm not sure how sturdy those TV stands are that hold it. I'm sure it's able to be watched while you're riding. Alright, once we got all that secured, come down here, shut off all my interior lights. I don't see any accent lights that need to be shut off, including the bedroom, bathroom, countertop, and put accent lights around here. Our lights off, exit the unit. Before going out, we're going to go ahead and bring up our stabilizing jacks. Now, if we're out boondocking or at a campsite, the first things we're going to be doing is turn these on and hit all retract. That's going to lift them up. You got those all up. Both front and back are pulling up at the same time. If we are out dry camping, we'll come around here, open up those two to the left there, dump our fresh water. If we're at a campsite, we're gonna head on up to the dump station and park accordingly. Your dump's gonna be right behind your tire on your driver's side, your rear tire. The 10-foot hose comes in your convenience pack. Hook that up and pull the handle to the left. That's your black handle. That's gonna be your sewage. When it sounds like it's no longer draining, go look inside, check the levels of your tanks. If it shows empty or close to empty, come back out here, leave that black handle open, grab the hose at the dump station and hook it up to this tank flush. Let that run for a good 5 minutes. It's gonna wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. When that's done, close that up. Make sure all that washout water you just put in there has drained. Close your black and pull your gray. Now usually while my gray tanks are draining, get up underneath here, dump my low point drains. Now we're done, and your gray is done. Close that up, and conveniently and sanitarily store your sewage hose right here in your bumper. And head on home. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Alante for many years to come. Happy camping.